Good morning, crafty friends, and welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Amjour, and this is the Morning Coffee Journaling Club. I've already started a little bit, but I can't print and record, so I did print some pictures. They're all of my granddaughter and some of her friends, so I remembered to cover them up. This is my Canon selfie, which I absolutely love. It saves me time going to get them printed, and it's perfect. It prints the perfect size for the journals. So done with that. Today I want to really dig in to my January journal, and what I want to do in the beginning is document my word of the year, which I have done that for several years now. Pick out a word of the year and try to incorporate that, or just kind of jog my memory that, like this one, I really did like this cartoon. It's just, I printed it off from Pinterest. I don't know who actually did this, but this was perfect. It's a woman and a dog. The woman has all kinds of things going on in her mind, and the dog has just the walk. And it says, learn to be present and enjoy the moment. And that's my word of the year, present. Be present. Instead of constantly doing one thing and thinking about 20 other things, I want to try more to enjoy each moment that I'm in. And so in the beginning of the book, sorry, that probably crumbled terribly in your ear. Coffee. It's 5:30 in the morning. I'm back. Today is actually Sunday. I typically record on a Saturday, but yesterday, for whatever reason, I slept in until 7 o'clock. And then I had to go. We spent the day, my granddaughter and I, with one of her clubs. It was a sewing day. They were sewing costumes, so I had volunteered to bring my sewing machine. So we had to get up and run out of the house because I was late getting up. But that's no worries. So this morning it's 5:30, and here I am in my craft room. So it's all right. So I put this at the beginning of my planner, so I see it every single day, because I really need to incorporate this more into my life. I am right now more like this woman with too many things going on. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And what I'm going to do in the beginning of my journal is make these two sayings into journaling cards for the very beginning of the journal. I thought that one was ripped, but it's not. And so this is just printer paper. I printed this off of my regular printer. So I'm going to put it on some cardstock and then have those as journal cards. And as the year progresses, I can jot some things down on there if I want to, but I don't have to. So here we go. I'm going to just jump right in and take you along. This is going to be probably a talky video. I'm not going to do the editing that I was doing last year with the Burr Months series, simply for time, but also you may want to see or hear my thoughts on what I'm putting together. And let's face it, this is YouTube, so you can fast forward through my talking and just watch the points you want to. So That's what I'm going to try to do. If I pause some while I'm doing something, it's because I've not done that before. When I'm deep into it, which is why I started doing some of the edits, I don't talk. So I'm going to try to get better about that. And if there's a point in the video where I need to concentrate, or maybe I think it might be boring for you, I'll tell you, hey, I'm probably going to speed this part up. So, again, this is 2025 journal, and the journal I made, which I'll pull out in a minute as soon as I get these cards done, will have 12 signatures, one for every month. And so it's going to be quite a chunk of love. And honestly, I am struggling to move into it. It's really chunky already. And not because I have a bunch of stuff in it, but because there's 12 signatures. So, this particular one, again, printed off of Pinterest, nothing, but it's just a list of ways to be more present. And so, I think, yes, bring mindfulness into your day. Something I'm not good at, something I strive for. I think I've shared before, this is my mindfulness activity. It just lets me focus on this one particular thing. I get all the other stuff going on in my head out of my head and just concentrate on this. So that is the mindfulness activity I've found for myself. And maybe it is for you. The Morning Coffee Journaling Club. I have 2 cups of coffee a day. Excuse me. And that first cup in the morning is absolutely the best. I love that sip. I love the sip of coffee, the first sip of coffee in the morning. And sometimes, especially if it's cold outside, I'll have a cup of decaf coffee in the afternoon. And for some reason, that cup of coffee, it just tastes better. I'm not sure why. So here's the January, the 2025 journal that I put together. It's really chunky. The spine that I made out of cardboard is 3.5 inches. And at this point, I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but it had to be that size to incorporate I used 3 old Reader's Digest book covers. I gutted them and put them together so it's kind of a lap book. So, front cover, which I still need to decorate. I have plenty of time. I want to find something to put here to cover up, just kind of transition from this leather that I have around on the binding to the book itself. These 2 spines are made out of an old file folder from my work. And here is the first. You open it up once, and this is the center. I'm not sure what I'll do with these yet, if anything. Right now, it's just the first Reader's Digest book. And then you flip this up again to the inside. I love this on the inside. And then way over here is where we start January. So I can't even fit it in the frame. But when all is said and done, I have only one signature in here right now. And that's January right here. And so in the first section will be January, February, then we'll have March, April in the big, thick, in the spine of the entire book. Will January, February, March, April, May, June. It'll have 4 signatures: May, June, July, August, and then the last part will be November, December, August, September, October, November, December. So the challenging thing is working in one of those sections. So, because it's so long, I'm moving things off from the side that I had pulled out to work with. And now, because I have to put the book there, I have to play this great shuffle game, but it's okay. So, here's my word: be present. And I'm just going to throw this away because I have these cards. Oh, I forgot I don't have a pocket here. So, that was my other idea. And I think I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to think too much about it. This is supposed to be back to my roots, back to junk journaling. And so I found this in my stash of junk journal stuff. Don't even know. It's cut off of maybe a tablecloth or something. But I liked this against the first cover of my book. And then these will just fit in here. So, to figure that out, maybe some of it's going to hang off. I really don't want it to. So I think it'll bunch up a little bit as I glue it down. But that's okay. It'll give it space to fit things into. So, because this is fabric to fabric, I'm going to use my Fabri-Fix and just get that glued down. This is a new one, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We'll just follow along. So, I think I'm just trying to figure out where exactly to start, because like I said, I don't really want it to hang too much. And you know what, I might just have to cut some off, and that's okay. Let's see how that would work if I cut that little bit off. This is curved, which is what the struggle is. So I'm not going to cut it off yet, but I'm going to put the glue here, I think. Can you see what I'm doing? Leave it right there, and oh, it's coming out nicely. Probably because it's brand new. I think I shared with you my favorite glues. This is one that I like to use when I'm using any type of fabric in my junk journals. So, just holds the fabric really well. But you don't have much time to move things around. It sticks pretty quickly. And then it's very sticky on your hands. But if you get it before it really dries, you can kind of roll it off. It comes off. It's a silicone glue, so you have a little bit of time to maneuver. So, there's that part, and yes, I will have to cut this, maybe, but I might need to pull some of it over for this side. and maybe have to cut, or we'll see. I'm just going to keep going because I know I want this in here as a pocket. So I'm going to stop right about there with the glue. In fact, I'll start there. Okay. Maybe just bunch it up a little. I think that's where I started, right? Right there. Okay. Now, let me see something. So if I glue that there, I won't be able to put the cards and things in. So I really can only glue to about here. And you know what? I'm afraid if I cut that binding, it'll start to fray. We'll see. I am going to... Oh, well, it did pull over some. Okay, we can go up to about there. And this is one of those parts I mean, it won't, well, I won't even know, but if you want to fast forward through these parts where I'm kind of thinking things through, that's fine with me. I have to hold it because I'm stretching it. It should stick. It sticks pretty quickly. And, well, I'm going to, this is obvious that I have to cut this part off. How straight? Try to get it as straight as possible. So I'll have to glue that, but I want to take this out first, and then do I want to cut that there? I watch some other YouTubers and they ask, now I know why they ask questions. Because, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this because I'm just not sure. And as I use it, I'll decide from there. But I am going to glue this part down. I can always come back and add glue. But with this particular glue, you don't get any second chances. So, we'll glue this part down. Did I go up far enough? No. We'll glue that part down. It's also stringy, it's sticking to me. There we go. Okay, that's in. I like it. Made it a little tighter than I wanted it to, but because I stretched it over to here, but I think it'll work out. I think there won't be much in this pocket, just these two cards. So, That's right. Hold it a minute. And I've already realized I've had a long pause. I will get better as time goes on. Let's let that dry a little bit before I start putting stuff in it. So these two cards will go in here. What does that say at the bottom? Be present, be now, be here. Yep. Perfect for my word of the year. Just don't want these to stick. I think that should be good. I love it. Absolutely. Okay, what else did I have here? I have stuck things into this journal. Oh, this was one other thing. This is off of a Christmas gift that I gave my granddaughter. She's at that age that she's difficult to buy for, but she loves clothes. So I got her a nice shirt, and she loves it. It's nice and warm. So I thought I could use it as a little journaling card somewhere in here, even if it's right here. Do I really need 3 journaling cards? Maybe. But I'm going to glue this down because if I don't want to see. Oh, this was just one of those junk mailer things that we got in the mail. So I just cut it. I liked the color of it. I really did. One other thing, during the holidays when I wasn't sick, I started it before I got sick, and then I think I told you I had all the stuff that my husband brought home from Michigan from my dad's house in my craft room. I'm slowly getting that stuff, going through it, deciding. I mailed a package off to my brother in California yesterday. Not yesterday. Keep thinking today's Saturday. Friday. And so he'll get that on Tuesday. I'm excited. It was things. My dad collected cars, not Matchbox cars, real cars. I think when he passed away, he only had 4, maybe 3 or 4, I can't remember. And so when my husband and my cousin were there, they dealt with that. Whew. So I'm excited for my brother to receive this package because there were a lot of pictures from some of the cars my dad has had over the years. So I just liked the little piece that hung off of it. OST, whatever. I'm not into brands, but this was some sort of brand that she loved. So that was a win. Oh, that looks really cute. Even with that, I'll have to figure out what to do with that. And maybe it is just cutting it. But then because this has a little seam, I'm afraid it'll start to ravel. Where I've cut here, I've glued it down, so I don't think it'll ravel. I love it. I love it just like that. All right. So now I have a couple other things that I had stuck in there. I'm going to just hold on to this because I don't need any more journaling cards. What I may do, I can't use this as a journaling card because there's writing on the back. and this won't cover all of the writing up. There's a little down there. So this can only be either glued down somewhere or made, like I made here, into a journaling card. But I'm going to hang on to it. I love the color. And I like this though. But I'm not going to glue it together just yet. Okay, so that brings me to, and I think I told you, this book, even though it's a really large book, the pages are smaller. They leave there the same height, but the width is just a little bit smaller than what I'm used to, which is taking an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper and folding it in half. That's the size I'm used to. And so now this first page it wasn't big enough. And I liked the way it looked because it was short, and then you saw the next page, which is this wrapping paper that my daughter had wrapped my Christmas present in. But I'm second guessing that because it's so short. Look, this is the 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and that's how much it hangs off. And then these regular pages, oh, maybe it is, they're just a little short here and then a lot here. So I'm missing that much, and it has truly made a difference. So this is kind of the cover page for January. And what is it stuck on? I'm trying to get this paper clip off. Okay. So what I started with the Burr months is some prompts. And so I pulled for January 5 prompts. And I'm pretty sure I've stuck them throughout the book. If not, I can't find them. But this first one is resolutions. Perfect for January. And what's clipped up here? Oh, the stuff for tomorrow. I'll have to pull that off so I can actually work on this page. And I'll leave it right there. Okay. Resolutions. I had glued this down, but it's not staying. And I think because this page has a sheen to it, so I'm going to come break out the art glitter glue. Now this is what's happened is it's almost empty. So it's being temperamental, but I'm trying to get every last little bit out of here. So, well, maybe it's making a liar out of me. It does that a lot. But it does stick better when I have a situation like this. So this won't be coming up after it dries. But with this one, just like the Fabrifix, you only get a little bit of time before it's really stuck down. It's there forever. So, like, look, I don't know if you can see, it's leaking out on me, and it's because it's the last little bit in that bottle. But every time I think, oh, this is probably it, I'm going to throw it away, I get some out of it. I'm like, okay, might as well shouldn't have put it away too quick. I put it away. I'm sure at some point I'll have to come back through and do the other corner, but it seems to be sticking fairly well for now. So hopefully that'll do it. And so I thought this prompt, it's a little crooked, but the other thing is this will continue to drip if I don't put that pin back in. And it did drip. Okay. Do I want to keep that crooked? I think I do, because this is a junk journal. I want it to be, and I put it away again, and I should have just known better because this is that glossy page. So I'm going to have to use this art glitter glue on pretty much everything. Okay, it's going to drip. I'll close it in a minute. So I like that. Resolutions for the cover page. I think I've shared I really don't like making resolutions. And it's dripping, dripping, dripping. Okay. Because they seem to get broken. I had a stash of stuff over here. I thought I had that quote. Maybe it's stashed in my journal itself. Basically, what is a resolution? And the answer is a set of a list for January. I'm messing up this. A list of things to do in January that don't get done, or something like that. But I guess I didn't save it, so, or it's somewhere off to the side. And again, I've been cleaning up my craft room, so I have a rolling cart on my right side that I've got all the stuff I typically use. So everything is out of place for me, and it's proving hard. So anyway, on this cover page, do I want to put a little tiny calendar? And then if I do that, that's on every single cover page, because in my mind, I would have to have this on every single cover page, which may or may not, but I'm going to wait on that. I ordered a bunch of those simple story cards, and this one just says resolutions, and it seems to be a list. Don't know that I have that many resolutions, but maybe if I do a tip in. One thing I did do was, and so far so good, but today is, what is today? Today's the 19th. Wow, and I'm only doing the cover page. I kind of am banning Amazon. I'm not just randomly ordering things from Amazon, because it's just too easy and I spend way too much. So I'm just going to do that because I kind of like it. But if I glue that there, where am I going to write? If I glue that there, I only have that little space. But I could write on this as well. I'm just going to do it. We'll see. And then, should be cutting over my little garbage can. So I'm going to be needing some washi tape. I don't know that I have any. It's going to be good for. All right, so if I use this as a tip in, then I can't do that. It would have to be glued down permanently. Not sure. Do I want to do a tip in and have this whole space to write? Oops, it's backwards. And do that. Yes, that's what I want to do. And I have to use this. Which, really, this is from a magazine. So hopefully it doesn't make it wrinkle up too much, because it's a liquid glue. But if I don't use that, it won't stick. So I think I had to have this a little bit off-centered. Yep, you don't get much time. And it is going to wrinkle up a little bit because it's a liquid glue, but it's okay. All right. And this will be fine because it's a thicker cardstock. Right here. Thought I heard my husband, but either he's making coffee and I can't see him, or I'm hearing things. Either one is quite possible. Okay, so this is something I am going to strive for this year. Now, there are things I have to get from Amazon. Some of my medicines that I use, look at that drip, yikes, are much cheaper on Amazon, so I'd be foolish to purchase them somewhere else. So I will continue to get things like that, but craft supplies, just, ooh, I wonder if they have this. And then it's just so easy to order whatever that is. You end up spending a lot of money at Amazon. And so that is something I don't want to do. So I'm going to really try. Now I am making this a tip in, so I can just open it up and see that. Which means I have to reach down here and get some tape. But that was handy. It wasn't on my desk. Kind of want it centered. But with this rolling cart right there, made it easy to get. I think it's rain I'm hearing. I keep thinking I hear my husband and I'm looking, but I think it's beginning to rain. This week, I think the weather is going to turn really cold and possibly we might get snow. I think they showed flurries. We live in eastern North Carolina. Look, that is rain. It's rain, I hear. That Fabrifix glue is stuck on my fingers, and when I used that tape, the glue came up and stuck down. You can't see it, but it's there. So, hopefully this will cover up too. Yeah. But yeah, it pulled up that glue, and there's still more glue on there. All right, so that's, oh, I need to do this side too. I'll just do a little bit. There, I don't want to do any more because it's picking up the Fabrifix that's on my fingers. All right, and maybe I do want to use some washi tape, which is right in this drawer, right next to me. I have room for more washi tape. How about that? Don't know that I have any that I can use. for January. Let's see, January colors are like blue. I can't see the page to see. Set that off there. No, I'm not going to do this too much. But maybe something I add. Oh, I like that. Maybe. That might be something I add off camera. So I'm going to put this drawer right back in there and look at it a little bit later. All right, so I'm going to make that into a little tab. What's on the back? Okay. Let me do this over my trash can. Let's see. How is this going to work? I want a tab. I'm thinking out loud. I was just going to throw this away, but that kind of looks cool. So, yeah, that's all I'll need to do. So this part will be the tab. How does it look on here? Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So, I'm just going to do it. Let's see. So I will need glue all over it. Art glitter glue, which I always use on kind of cardstocky stuff. And this was cardstock type material. I wanted this. I only get one chance here. About right there. And right there. Oh, I was going in. See if I can get it in some. Okay, cool. I have a little tab that shows there's something behind there. And another thing I just realized is journaling on this card, because I should have done the journaling. If I'm going to do journaling on this side, it's going to be tough. I might have to get what do they call them, a pencil card or something to put there to do the writing, which that will work out good. Not this, but a tiny book or something. I'll find something that I can use. Look, the drip is getting smaller, so it's probably getting emptier. Okay. I feel good about this. I have a start in this journal. And this is day 1. And so I was looking at the time to see how long. What I'm going to do is work on this page, which I've already done. I put some numbers in. That's what I moved off to the side. I want to get those in today. I used some of this paper. This is some of the Reader's Digest book pages that I painted on. I did a jelly plate and used some stencils and just went to town. Some of them look okay. And some of them are just, they have a little bit of sheen in them, but it's a whole stack. And so I'm going to use these throughout, but I ripped up one of them and used it under the numbers and the days of the week. So I'm going to try to get that done today. So I believe this page is probably done. I had this here, and so I think I probably wanted to do another tip in like this. Create your own story. Yeah, I did, because I just wanted January to poke out. All right. And again, some of this, if I use glue stick, it might start popping up. Okay. So I'm just going to do that. I do have a little note. Well, I started feeling really sick this day. I didn't know it was COVID at this point. So I was just kind of pushing through, thinking it was just a really bad cold. Oh, I forgot about the glue on my hands. Yep. It's pulling up glue, but when I stick it down, you don't see it. I'll be picking this glue off of my fingers, and you saw how careful I was. It stays with you. But it works really good. So I don't know that I'll be looking, but if I do ever find something better, I'll probably use that. But for now, to me, it's worth it. This little bit of pain is worth it because it works really well. Well, I dropped that tape, so I do happen to have one more in the drawer. I don't want to reach for it right now. Cool. So that's another little spot I can journal on right there. And I've already reached for that paper so I can have something to write on. And I am going to pop this back on. I just want to be mindful what I'm sticking. Why is this clip not working? There. To do the journaling. Okay. And the other change, so I had been floating around. Last year I used Post-it notes to do all my notes on. This wire, see that you can see it. I try to have it tucked in, but anyway, it's a microphone. I don't have an external microphone. I probably need to get one because I could use it for work too, but we do a lot of Zoom calls. So then I started using the notes program on my phone, and it just prints out so big. So from here, here's some on my phone. This is when I was full on COVID, quarantined. And then I think I just start using my new planner to jot the notes down. And my planner is a big planner this year. I went back and forth. It's pretty big, but I like the layout of it. It's a page per day, and I like this hourly section. So I'm not going to bore you with going through that. But I think I might end up going back to Post-it notes to jot down what's happening instead of, we'll see. That's kind of extra work. All right, so January 2nd, let's see what's holding on to here. Okay. January 2nd, I still did not know I had COVID, but I was feeling really bad. And I did go to my office this day. There's no heat in our office building right now. The unit has to be replaced. And so I knew nobody was going to be there, and there were some things I had to get from my office. And again, I didn't know I had COVID at this point in time. So I've packed myself tea and soup to have for lunch and just went on working. And so when I got there, there was a present on my desk from one of my coworkers that she had just left, and it's perfect. It's a little pocket hug. So I wanted to put that in my journal along with the little tag she left, and it actually fit perfect in this tea bag as a pocket. So I am going to try. I also wanted this because that was the sweetest little thing to find in my office after I was gone almost all of December. So I like this saying, it's the little things, but you don't really see it on this paper unless I back it with something, which I'm going to do. So that's going to be step one, is to back that little saying. Oh, and it also matches, this gray cardstock matches that silver tea bag. Perfect. Perfect. And it is the little things. It is. It truly is. So you can bring me all the gifts in the world, but if you come in and you do my dishes, I'm going to love you forever. So, or you know what I'm saying, something, the small things, the little things. Like my husband taking care of me when I was so sick, bringing me tea, bringing me whatever I needed. It's definitely the little things in life, most certainly. And to see that little gift on my desk, it just made my day. It is the little things, for sure. Okay, so that shows up better, but I do want to have this pocket. Yeah, okay. This, I'm going to use this drippy glitty art glitter glue because it's cardstock, which I normally use it anyway on cardstock. So it just works better. I have certain glues that I like. And in fact, the glue stick you saw me use, I have 3 or 4. I ordered a huge package. Oh, interesting. I ordered it off of Amazon. Now how am I going to deal with that? Because it's not something I can find in Michael's or... Well, okay, what is today? January 19th. Does it take 19 days to break a resolution? Oh, nice. Okay, now this I have to try to get as close to the edge as possible so I can fit that cute little tag in, which I'm not really good at, but I'm doing it. There. I think I have a tea bag pocket. It's not sticking down. It's unusual. Wonder if it's because it's metallic-y. Let's see. Ooh, it ripped a little bit. All right, I'm going to stop playing with it and let it dry a minute. But I do love that. And so that will be in there. I don't want to put it in right now while that's drying. So, my little pocket hug. All right. Ooh, this glue. But regardless, even if it wasn't dripping, it will dry out if you leave that little pin out. So, okay, let's see, Friday. Friday, I worked from home, but I was really like, gosh, I feel horrible. So I wasn't sure. I have these Halls wrappers. Thought I had 4 of them. This day I had to live on Halls. My nose was, well, I won't go into details. I just lived on Halls. And so do I want to, this is a plain background. And I thought, do I want to use the whole Halls wrapper? Let me look through these pictures. And these notes are probably in my planner. So what day is this even? The 3rd, Friday the 3rd. I'm gonna peek real quick because I do have some notes in my planner, which I probably don't want to show on camera. And oh wow. Oh, I didn't realize you could see way over here. Huh. Cool. I moved my camera too. So it's on the opposite side, and it's actually driving me a little bit crazy today because I'm not used to it. Let's see. Still feeling really sick. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Feeling sick. So sick that I took a COVID test. Is that what's in here? Yep. I took one of the home COVID tests, and it was negative. That was the next day. So this was my idea, and then just use this, since it's blank, as a card. Or not use that at all and just use these Halls wrappers. They have cute little sayings on them, which I guess I noticed it, so go for it. Get back in the game. Do I want these instead? And the answer is, I don't know. So if I'm gonna have this as a pocket, where's the number gonna go? The date, I mean. Here. Or I could have it up here. Which would, I guess I'm doing this. Which would be on this. Or this. I like it better here. And am I going to use this? We'll just see. No humming. Do I want to do that throughout the whole book so there's some sort of consistency using this paper? Which I think I will. Why not? Why not? That's going to stick. And it's cut off, but I'm going to try. because I have to take this off. Okay. I'm going to try it. Why not? I'm going to have to trim it, but I'm going to glue it down first. There we go. This is a true junk journal, so I'm going to glue a Halls package into my journal. Why not? Because I can. And truly, this is how my year started. So, don't know if this glue stick will stick to that shiny back of the Halls wrapper, but I'm going to try it with this first because it's easier when you're doing a whole page like this. Just get to the corners. And so, want it into the edge. This will be covered up. Oh, I didn't need the glue there. This will be covered up. We'll see if that sticks. I don't think I had it all the way to the edge. But if that continues to pop up, I'll have to use the art glitter glue. Which is fine. I think I just didn't have the glue stick to the edge. Okay, and here's one of the problems with this long book is now I have to trim a little bit. Well, it's actually at a pretty good angle because it's on this side of the page. I just don't want it to show through from this side because I like this page. The wrapping paper, yeah, I'm gonna have to turn the entire book, which means I have to do this great shuffle. Better move my coffee. And that was the last sip. So, I think we're gonna start to wrap up. I feel good. I did get some journaling pages done. Got some things glued down. It's always good to get started. And so let me just wrap this page up. This is literally a Kleenex box. What I did, because everything you glue in extra creates bulk. So from the Kleenex box, I literally peeled off as much of the cardboard as I could. So this is my pocket. What a way to start the new year. I'm going to glue this down so I can at least say I've got such a good, kind of a good start to the book now. And that should stick really well. And then I had thought I got a page per day planner for Christmas, and I'd cut out those letters, but I like these better. And I'm going to use them. Instead. All right. So So I am going to use this book page for a background under the numbers throughout. Whoops, I think I wanted to go this way. Throughout the book for a little bit of consistency. Let me just double check. It is the 3rd. Okay. For a little bit of consistency throughout the book. And why not? I liked it. They were fun to make. I don't know that they look like anything, but it was fun to make. So there we go. And on this page, it's raining. Yikes. Hopefully it's not freezing rain. So this is going to be my pocket. I mean, not my pocket. My journal card. And I did it again. I want to cut over this. That's why I have it on my desk. Because if I cut little bits, they sometimes get stuck in the edge. So that will go in here, but I want to write the word negative because what is this day? Well, I went to the office this day, worked from home this day, but I should not have gone to the office if I had known I had COVID. So, and I took a COVID test somewhere back here, but this day I kept this. I wasn't going to keep it because I didn't know I had COVID until the next day, Saturday. So I'm just going to write the word negative, and I actually felt better knowing, oh, good, I don't have COVID. But that was false. And so that was kind of not good news, because then here, when I went to urgent care feeling so terrible, I did have COVID. And so now I'm not so sure how much we should rely on those home tests. But that's not to figure out here. So I feel really good about the progress I made today. I'm moving in to this book, and there'll be challenges, but I like it. I like the front pocket here. I like this little flip out. I like that tab. One of my prompts, this prompt is resolutions, but one of my prompts is a stamped tag. So I could have done that here, but I didn't even think about it. Of course, I don't know where it is right now. And the first, I did another tip in there. Wonder if I could, well, no, I don't want to put a tab here because it will run. Well, it might. There might be enough room. We'll see. This should be dry enough now that I can pop this cute little pocket hug into my tea bag pocket. How cute is that? Do I want it sticking out like that? No. I want to try to get it in there because it'll fall off. So how cute is that? It's the little things and this page. And then I do have pictures. I think I talked about journaling on soup labels. We'll get to that next time. I might get to do some journaling. I do have some pictures printed. I have to look up what day this is from in my planner. What I may end up having to do is go back to these. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just trying new things, New year, new things. All right, so we're going to end it here. I hope you enjoyed this little this little video about my process and coming back to my roots for junk journal, doing junk journals. And I'm actually kind of excited about this, about this chunky book, having all 12 signatures in one book. Yeah, so January is already taking up quite a lot of space in that first little section, and we have to fit February in there too. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's going to look cool to figure this out. And then as the signatures go in here, I may put some book charms or something here, depending on what I can find. I've got a whole year to move into this book. So, all right, we're going to end here. I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. Today is Sunday. And I hope you do some journaling, and I will see you next time.